What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Thunderbite29 here, and yep, I am back today with another video. And before I begin, I just want to say, I am just blown away. I'm just at a loss of words right now with how really well my last video did. Thank you all so much for 100 subscribers and 17,000 views within the last 3 days. I love y'all to death and thank y'all so much for the massive support on that video. And since that video did really well, I decided today to make a follow-up video explain more reasons why this season sucks in my opinion. I didn't fully cover everything in my last video, and I figured today in this video I want to cover on the rest of the things that I missed. So without further ado, let's begin, shall we? And the first thing we're going to talk about, number 1, the loophole. The loophole in this season is garbage. We all know that. I did talk about that in my last video, but I didn't fully cover on everything. Like, the first thing is, they added another freaking overpowered SMG, the combat SMG. Like, why do we need another overpowered SMG when we have the Stinger for just that? Remember last season where people constantly spammed the MK7 and the Stinger SMG? Well, now the ARs are completely useless, and now people are constantly spamming the SMGs. Now both those SMGs are the dominant weapons for this entire season. Both these SMGs need to be freaking nerfed. Hell, people even prefer using them more than the shotguns, which is very embarrassing. Which will take me to the second part of this section. The shotguns in this season are literally garbage, just like last season. But the new shotgun that we get introduced, of course, it's not the original pump, it's not even the original tack, it's the freaking drum shotgun. For the first time since Chapter 1 Season 9, and this gun is a piece of trash, just like it was back then. No wonder why that gun didn't last a month. Hell, they could have brought in the charge shotgun, because without building, that gun would actually be useful for once. On top of all that, the striker, pump shotgun, and the auto shotgun are freaking garbage, just like the last season as well. I mean, just look at this gameplay of when I used the striker pump. I mean, just look at this. That is literally freaking absurd. Why does it take 4 shots to put him down? And why does it reload that slowly? Hell, I'd be better off using my freaking pickaxe or a musket from the Civil War. And I'll tell you, with Chapter 3 so far, the biggest problem with it is the loophole. Number 2, the bots and the IO guards. Of course, they've been in this game forever. But it hasn't really been that much of a problem the last couple of seasons because there's been less of them and they aren't like super duper strong. But in this case, hear me out. There are a whole lot more of them scattered all over the map, and worst of all, they're just as strong as they were in Chapter 2 Season 5 and Chapter 2 Season 6. They're like freaking Terminators that won't die. And worst of all, one location has literally 3 copies of Dr. Sloan. 3 freaking copies! Like, that is so annoying. It's just as annoying as Jellybean and her clones. And number 3, the campers and the tanks. And I'll tell you, ever since they got rid of building, even though this is temporarily, camping has gone up dramatically and more people have been camping since this happened. Like one instance, me and my friend Azaz, we were playing a game of trios, and we literally got wiped out by an entire freaking team that was hiding underneath a stairwell. Like, that is so cowardly. Like, I have no respect for people who do that. It's almost like Call of Duty Warzone players literally followed me to Fortnite. And this is the one reason why I hate Warzone more than Fortnite. It's because of the freaking campers. And the worst kind of campers are the ones who camp in the freaking tanks. Like, you can put your whole entire team in there, unlike the brutes where you can fit 2 people. And worst of all, it has a repair feature, which means your tank gets severely damaged, it could be repaired in the middle of a battle. And worst of all, it has 2500 HP. Well, even if there was building in there, it probably would not even matter at that point because you're just going to get wiped out by the freaking tank gunner and the tank cannon as well. But tanks are perfectly fine in solos, but if you're playing like duos or squads, it's like an unstoppable frenzy. This has got to be the most overpowered vehicle ever added into Fortnite since the brutes in Chapter 1, Season 10. But in conclusion, I do love the theming and the concept and the idea of the theme surrounding the season. But the thing is, it was just very poorly executed. Like, you have the spam SMGs, like the overpowered SMG and the overpowered AR last season. You have an overpowered vehicle, just as powerful as the brutes in Season X. And very useless shotguns, and very useless ARs as well. And to close this video, do I still think this was the worst season ever? I do as of right now. But do I think the game can change and get better over time as it slowly goes on? I do. This season may or may not be the worst season ever, but one thing is certain, this season was definitely the worst launch ever. And I do kind of apologize for not labeling it that. But you know what? I'm not going to apologize for anything else. Most of my opinions still stand. But anyways, guys, what do you guys think of this season? Did it get better since I made my last video? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like this video and subscribe if you agree. And thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all for the massive, overwhelming amount of love and support. You all are the best, as we are now approaching 3,760 subscribers. 100 more since the last time I recorded. I love you all to death, and thank you all so much for watching, and thank you all for the massive support. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content. Share this video and click the bell if you don't want to miss another one. And until next time, I will see you all in the next video. And this is Thunderbite29, sign off.